Isabella.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, I can't help it. I really like those guys. Anyway,
Love that track.
it's a great track. It's a great summer track. And which one was the one of you outside that said you have never tasted Yingling before? Was it you?
Oh, yeah, that was me.
I believe it was Jake.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, yeah, Shatner joined us.
Yes.
Someone yelled Shatner, and every time someone yells Shatner, you have to overreact to everything you're doing. That's the game.
Oh,
There we go.
or wait, why don't you just yell Aaron Shea then?
No, because then you have to fall.
Oh, yeah, you got to add the fall in there too. That's true.
Love you, Erin.
Yeah. No, I was wandering around Walmart yesterday. I found a T-shirt and said something like, "I'm not clumsy. Everything just gets in my way." And I took a picture of it and sent it to Neil. You know, Neil Van Dusen.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "That's you." And I was like, "You're a jerk." I know it's me. That's why I sent it. But anyway, moving forward, you guys, you did this thing in which you recorded some songs onto an EP, and that's why you're having the EP release show.
Yeah, we did a thing like that.
What was that?
Good stuff.
Well, why don't you tell me what that thing was like?
That thing was quite the experience. It was the first time ever for at least me, and I'm assuming the rest of you guys,
No.
being in a legitimate recording studio that wasn't run out of someone's basement. in
Where
their
did you
house.
record at?
We recorded at the Temple Recording Studios, which is in the Lemp, where we also have our practice space. And that would be Uncle Jeff Wasser, and Joe
Yeah.
Bonafuku Beats, always taking care of us
Bonafuku.
up there.
That cheese game.
Yeah,
I met
see
him
that
once.
cheese
He was a
game.
nice guy.
You met Joe?
No, Jeff.
Oh,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff's amazing
Jeff's
guy.
Jeff.
awesome.
He was very nice.
He's incredibly supportive.
He's pretty
of,
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed.
I lost myself in his eyes.
Yeah, every day, every time I see him. Yeah.
All right, I will
I'm
stop
more-
trying to derail you. I'm sorry. I'm intentionally trying to
I'm
derail
more
you
impressed by his boots. I mean, that's
now.
what
I
was
never
looking
paid
at
attention to
I
his
like the
boots.
He has boots. They are made for walking through the studio.
That's what they do.
all day.
One of these days, those boots are gonna walk all over you.
Hat pun.
I see it. I see it.
Hashtag punny.
Gotcha.
But anyway, no. So y'all went in, and this was a process of. Well, I mean, I think it was winter when you started. I think, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
December,
been a long
January.
process for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very, very happy with the results, and we're very, very happy for it to just be over with.
So
Yeah.
how many songs are on the EP? Total.
technically
It's five.
6.
6, yeah.
Six is a 6-song EP.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's. I forgot what I was gonna ask. You can't take back live radio. But yeah, no. I mean, what was? Has anybody recorded like anything anywhere else ever?
I did
Yes.
some recordings and stuff, but I've never like been with a full like legit band like in a studio.
What do you think resonated most, or like you took from it that you'll remember? Like, what was the coolest part of it all for you? We're gonna go down the line, each person.
The coolest thing for me was just having an idea of how a song is gonna go, and then going in there and having like somebody actually produce like what you already know, and then make it better to where you have your own like a different perspective on your own work.
Mhm.
And then appreciating that and saying, okay, there's other ways I can just approach this, and then coming out and like just hopping on the mic for like maybe 5 minutes, and then coming back and doing stuff to it, and then hearing it that much better.
What about running in and doing scratch vocals when you don't actually even have anything
Yeah,
written down?
yeah.
Good things come from it, obviously, as we're going to
Spit
hear in
bars
this
here.
next.
Actually, yeah,
next
the bridge part and the song that we're gonna be playing on the radio. Actually, I went into the booth, not. I shouldn't have driven. I was in that state. I didn't drive, but
No,
I was in
no.
a state to where I would not be able to drive. But I went into the booth, and I like normally I have words come up off the top of my head, and somehow it works. And I went to the booth to just get some ideas, but they were all under the assumption that I knew what I was gonna do. But so
I was present for this,
I
actually.
went-
That's why I brought it up. It
went,
was quite funny.
I went in the booth, and then I started like going through verses, and then Jeff's looking at me like, "What are you doing?"
Is this the same
And he's
night
like,
when
"What
he
do you
kicked
do?"
you out of the
Yes.
booth?
Yeah,
this
he's
is
like,
where it
get,
gets
get out of there. Yeah.
Perfect.
But
Yeah.
but the bridge of like what we kept came from that. Like that whole thing, we kept that. And
Amen.
Right. Yeah,
But-
I watched
so
it
it
happen
happened
for the
for a
first time.
reason.
That's why I'm really stoked that that's the single and I get to
Yeah.
play it on the radio for the
Yeah.
first time because I was there, and it makes
Yes.
makes me giggle when things
It-
like that happen.
It was just really funny watching how Jeff reacted with Brian because Jeff is very pushy when it comes to vocals and like lead singers because
Very,
he doesn't
very
have a
pushy.
very good experience with most lead singers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's very pushy with Brian, but a lot of good came out of it.
Yeah, a lot.
I
Yeah.
mean, the track sounds amazing. What about
Yeah.
you, Jake? What was the hardest or best part, or both, of the whole process?
The most difficult part was probably recording drums for Chapters, which is one of the songs on there, obviously.
No.
Okay.
The only song on the entire EP where we didn't use a click, because there's so many different time signature changes.
Did die.
We eventually spent so long on it that Jeff was just like, you know what, you guys are so much in tune when you play this song that we're not even going to have the click. Just play it like you play it live, and then that's how it'll be on the EP. And that's pretty much what we did. So when you
Yeah.
listen to Chapters on the EP, just
We
that's us
didn't-
playing it live.
Yeah.
It's essentially live. Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah, for
we didn't
sure.
record
That's
it to
amazing.
a click
Yeah.
or anything.
That's awesome. His live feed died, so if one of you wants to pull it
Yeah,
up
my
on your
live feed
phone,
died.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
go ahead and do that.
And
And,
the best part was how professional I felt. So when you walk into the door of that studio and you're there to do work, you just feel like a legitimate musician that is becoming successful, and it's slowly paying off.
And being
you know?
respected
Yeah,
with
being
your time
being
and
respected, and it was just a very professional atmosphere, and it was great because it, gave us a taste of what's to come. We hope.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but I know one of my personal favorite things about the whole experience is whenever we walked in there, Jeff recorded like 2 or 3 rock bands before us. So he was still new to recording rock bands. And when he heard the very first song we recorded, which was Underdog, he immediately fell in love with it. And then the more we got into it, the more he was impressed with how like we all knew our parts very well, like
Right.
how well in tune we were. And then the one that we actually have that we're going to be playing here soon is Jeff's favorite also.
It's a great song. It
he
really is.
just never
Thank
heard
you.
anything like this, like what we have, and he was really excited to hear what came out of it. So
and
Well-
if it wasn't for him, the song wouldn't be what it is today.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I mean, there is like an overall skeleton of what we had, but just the dynamics of some parts with either adding a harmony here, or adding a scream there, or adding an effect here, or whatever.
Well,
like
that's
he
the
had
difference
such
between
a,
an engineer and a producer.
exactly.
They are two different things.
Exactly.
And props to him. And I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to it. So have you guys
Woo!
released this anywhere yet at all?
This
or?
is the first time it's going to be playing on radio, other than I think Riot Radio, or was that
Riot
Vicious?
Radio.
That was
Vicious
Vicious.
was on
No, this
Riot
is the
Radio.
first time that it will be played on any radio station ever.
Can anybody go find it if they want to? Is it
it's
on YouTube?
right now. and
Okay.
It's also on our Facebook.
Mhm.
Or you
okay.
can come to our
Yeah.
show on
Uh,
June 17th.
Right,
Own a
and then
copy.
you
Get
can
it.
hear all 6 and own a copy for
Exactly.
yourself. Yes.
Key.
So, yes. So this is if you guys want to go ahead and introduce it, I'm not going to be the one to do that. This is your art.
This is our single off of our EP. It's called Above and Below. Enjoy.